Hi, my name is Kaylee Munnerlin, and this is my final COIL reflection. So, global learning and COIL interactions matter to me for a variety of different reasons, but really, I think all throughout this, like going into the experience and like during and after, I think the biggest thing is like considering diverse students. So in my classroom, I'm going to have students from all sorts of backgrounds, and I could have students from different countries, different states. I'll have students whose families are from different countries. And so really through the COIL experience, I was able to gain insight about different countries and different cultures and different customs and different education systems. So specifically through learning like how lesson plans are in the Philippines and how instruction is, and even how like goals and environmental goals like we learned about in the first interaction, I really just gained insight into not only the differences but the similarities between two countries, which were the US and the Philippines.
Global learning is important to me because I want to know what's going on in the world and how it can affect me and the people I know. It matters to the world because we're all different, so knowing what's happening in other places will definitely help us get to understand one another a little bit more. My takeaways is that I know it can be hard to get together from people just here, but when you're working with people who are half a day ahead of you or something like that, it can be a lot tougher. So I know that I'm going to work on trying to figure out a time for everyone to get to talk, and that it's important to learn about others and to really get out of your comfort zone.
This is for my final COIL reflection. So the first question, why might global learning and COIL interactions matter to me? Matters to me because it was interesting to see the different perspectives that we have from the Philippines. It was interesting to talk about the SDG 13, and that's climate action, and to see how it compares to the United States. It opened my eyes to how we have so much more luxury than the United States, and you hear that we're a spoiled country, but you never really know how spoiled we are, and that it made me realize when talking to them. I also liked collaborating on the math lesson and helped me see new ways that other countries or other people, countries, do lesson plans, what they find important to put on theirs. I thought it was neat when they put the prayer on there, and I feel like that's almost kind of like their beginning, or not really their standard, but it's interesting that that's how they start their lesson, and I would love to see it in person.